Hi friends, I am 𝗹𝗶𝗁𝗀 studying in 9th standard from TTWREIS Girls in 𝗂𝗶𝗊. So today I am here to give a live lecture on the topic structure of the eye. My mentor D. Meena ma'am. Generally there are many parts of our body. The parts of our body are connected to each other and cooperated to each other. The parts of our body are divided into two types. They are the internal organs and the next one is the external organs. The first one, internal organs. The internal organs that are inside our body, that are not visible to us, they are called as the internal organs. We cannot see the internal organs, but we can feel, we can experience the work or the movement of the internal organs. The internal organs like liver, heart, lungs, kidney, stomach, large intestine, small intestine, etc. so on. So these are the internal organs of our body. And the next one is the external organs. The external organs are the visible organs of our body. The external organs are also called as the sense organs. Generally there are 5 sense organs. They are the eyes, ears, nose, tongue and the skin. So these are the 5 sense organs, and among these 5 sense organs, today I am going to give you the brief information about the eye, the structure of the eye. So what is eye? Where does it located? What are the functions of it? How does it function? What are the cells present in it? Let us see briefly about all these. So first let us see the introduction of the eye. Eye is the visible organ, so we call it as sense organ. Vision helps to detect desired targets, threats and changes in our physical environment and to adapt accordingly. So do you know actually how does the visual system accomplish? Let me tell you all about this. So the first one is the structure of the eye. Our eye contains of eyelids, eyelashes, eyebrows and the lacrimal glands. Lacrimal glands are nothing but the tear glands from where the tears are produced. A thin layer called conjunctiva that covers the front portion of the eye. Our eyeball is located in the eye socket. Only 1/6 portion of the eyeball is visible to us, but the remaining is inside our eye, so we cannot see it. There are 3 main layers of the eye. How many layers? Yes, there are 3 main layers of the eye. They are, the first one is the sclerotic layer, or it is also called as sclera, and the second layer is the choroid layer, and the third one is the retina. So these are the 3 main layers of the eye. Let me give you the information about all these 3 layers. The first one is sclerotic layer. The outermost thick, tough, fibrous, non-elastic and white colored layer is called as the sclera. The sclera bulges and forms the cornea. The end of the sclera is connected to the optic nerve. As you can visualize in the structure of the eye, there the optic nerves are being connected with the end of the sclera. The second layer is the choroid layer. The second choroid layer is black in color and contains a lot of blood vessels. It encloses the eye except the part pupil. The part formed around the pupil is the iris. The radial and circular muscles are present in the iris. The biconvex lenses are present immediately behind the pupil, that which is attached to the ciliary muscles and the suspensory ligaments. So here the lens of our eye divides the inner eyeball as two chambers. The first one is the aqueous chamber and the second one is the vitreous chamber. The both chambers are different from each other. The aqueous chamber is filled with the water-like fluid structure in it, and whereas the vitreous chamber is filled with the jelly-like fluid structure in it. So it's the information about the choroid layer. And the third layer is the retina. Retina contains the cells called the rods and the cones. The area of no vision is called as the blind spot, and whereas the area of best vision is called as the yellow spot. This yellow spot is also known as macula or fovea. So here you can observe that if the image forms on the blind spot, the picture cannot be seen, the visual cannot be formed. But when the image forms on the yellow spot, the picture can be seen very clearly to us. Hope you understood. So let's go through the next topic. Next subtopic is functioning of the eye. Do you know our eye functions itself by cooperating to the parts surrounded to it? Eye has a sort of video camera that the brain uses to make the motion pictures of the world. Like a camera, our eye also gathers light through the convex lens, focuses it and forms an image. The visual reversal may have influenced the very structure of the brain. The unique characteristics of the eye that is different lies in its ability to take the information from the light waves and then transform the characteristics of the light to the neural signals so that the brain can process. Here, when the eye forms an image, it immediately sends a type of information to the brain so that our brain reacts to that situation. So this process happens in the retina, that the light sensitive layer of cells at the back of the eye that acts much like the light sensitive chip in the digital camera. So here our eye is going to be compared with the light sensitive chip in the digital camera. Do you know some type of cells are also present in our eye? Let me tell you the cells and tissues in our eye. The real work in the retina is performed by the light sensitive layer of cells known as the photoreceptors. And these photoreceptors are of two different specialized cells called the rods and the cones, that they absorb the light energy and respond by creating the nerve impulses. About 125 million tiny rods containing the pigment called rhodopsin that is present in our eyes. They detect low intensities at the night times. So making the fine distinctions, it's necessary for the color vision is the job of nearly 7 million cones containing the pigment called iodopsin, as that comes into play in the brighter light. Each cone is specialized to detect the light waves as we sense the red, yellow, blue and the array of colors that are formed according to their combinations. So the next topic is the eye protection. We protect our eye, and there are also some type of specialized parts that protects our eye. So now let us see the eye protection. Each eye is protected by eyelids, eyelashes, eyebrows and the lacrimal glands. Here the lacrimal glands produce tears as they clean our eyes by producing the water-like fluid structure from the aqueous chamber. A thin layer called conjunctiva, as it covers the front portion of the eye, is made up of a transparent epithelium. As it is made up of transparent epithelium, we can see through that epithelium. Or else, if it would to be made up of any other epithelium like translucent or opaque, we can't see through that because they are not as clear as like the transparent epithelium. Cornea is the clean window that is protects our eye from the direct exposure of light. So in this way, we need to protect our eye. There are specialized cells that they protect our eye. Do you know some type of diseases that are caused to our eye? Yeah, right. Let me tell you the main diseases and defects of the eye. The main diseases are the xerophthalmia, glaucoma, cataract, night blindness, color blindness, hypermetropia, myopia. So these are the main diseases of the eye. Let me tell you the information about some of the diseases. First, the color blindness. Here the person can watch all the objects clearly, but they cannot identify the color properly. So that is the such type of blindness is called as the color blindness. So here the noticed point, the reason behind the default in the color is there may be the destruction in the cones, that means in the iridoxine pigment. There may be something wrong in the iridoxine pigment so that the color cannot be visualized properly to us. So the next one is night blindness. The person can watch everything clearly during the daytimes but not as clearly at the night times. So such blindness is called as the night blindness. So do you think what's the reason behind this? Yes, there may be something wrong in the iridoxine pigment, the pigment containing the 125 million rods as they detect low intensities of light at the night times. So the next one, the third disease is the hypermetropia. The hypermetropia suffering people, they can observe the objects which are far to them but not the near one. This is because the image is forming behind the retina. When the image forms behind the retina, the pictures which are far away from us, they are only be seen but not the near one. So the fourth one is the myopia. Here the myopia suffering people can observe everything that are which are near to us but not the far one. So do you think? I hope you got the reason. Yes, the image is forming before the retina. When the image forms before the retina, the objects which are near to us are only be seen but not the far one. So here we have observed that hypermetropia is totally opposite to the myopia. Do you think why the image is forming before or behind the retina? Yes, because when there may be the destruction or the looseness, weakness of the ciliary muscles, then it affects on the formation of the image. When the ciliary muscles are not in the erect position, so that affects on the formation of the image. Remember it? So lastly, I would like to conclude my topic with a small subtopic, that is taking care of your eyes. Do you know, people generally telling that Sarvendriyanam Nayanam Pradhanam. Actually, what does it mean? Yeah, eye is the most important part among all the parts of our body. As we tell, it's the important part of our body. So it's our duty to protect it, to take care of it. So let me tell you a few measures of this. The first one is, we need to wash our eyes with fresh water at least thrice or 4 times per day. It is the compulsory thing, friends, don't forget it. And the second one is, we need to maintain the distance of 25 centimeters from our book to our eye. Because when the distance will be maintained, our eye has a long future. And the third one is, we should work under a good lighting. Where there is a good light of source, we should prefer to do our work there itself. And the last one is, we need to avoid watching the gas welding sparks and the eclipse. People generally telling no, solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse. So these eclipses are should not be watched with our naked eyes, because it affects a lot on the lens, so that the image cannot be formed clearly at the latter days. You also observe small children, they like to watch TVs, they like to watch mobile screens. That affects in their future. The child who is going to prefer to watch the movies or the TV screens, it's not good, because it gives an effect in the future. That means their eyes are going to be damaged within a short time. So now I am not going to tell you that to reduce or to avoid watching television, but we need to minimize, so that our eyes may have a good future. So we need to take vitamin containing A. The food containing vitamin A is necessary to the health of our eye. So maintain a good health of your eye, take good food, so that we can watch this beautiful and marvelous world forever with our eyes. So now I would lastly thank to our Secretary Sir, OSD Sir, and Medak Region RCO Sampath Sir, especially my principal Srilatha Ma'am and my mentor D. Meena Ma'am. I would also like to thank to our TSAT channel. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to all. Thank you.